Hey y'all, what's up? I'm just gonna give it a second, let these notifications go out. Oh my god. Hey Lavender Spirit. Alright, so guys, how have y'all been doing? Good, I hope. Let me pull up my little piece of notes. I don't have that much. Hey Mixology. Thank you for being a member. What are you guys up to this good hump day? Hey AB. Hey Gummy. So I had almost forgot that I had this live schedule. Hey LJ, because I was over there speedballing through the mayor's live, and he's over there talking about Kimmy and Misunderstood. So apparently the situation with that shit is getting out of hand. I haven't really heard what Kimmy or Misunderstood has said about it. I've heard rumblings about it. I've heard people talking about it. And like I said, I did go over and see what the mayor had to say. But basically, what's going on for those of y'all who don't know is Kimmy was like flirt texting with the mayor, and so was Misunderstood. So it's people are spinning it into a situation of like two friends finding out they was fucking with the same nigga. So the mayor's still popping off about them. And he said Kimmy wanted his drawers, and he's supposed to show proof. Well, when I was over in his chat, he said he found proof of two flirty texts between them. He said that's all he found, and all the thousands of texts that they shared together was two flirty texts between them, or as far as that he sent her. So we'll see. I, all I would say is Kimmy is doing a lot for a bitch that has been engaged since we've known about her on these YouTube streets. Since she came on here, she was claiming engaged status, and she be doing a lot for her engaged bitch. I'm just saying. Hey, View. Hey, Andrea, how are you? Hey, Miss Cruiser. Thank you for being a member. So, chill. Hey, LJ. I don't know if I spoke to you. Thank you for being a member. Yes. All right. I still haven't pulled up my notes yet. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. That's the wrong one. Here we are. Did you see Troy Allen's video on Jay Weasel and the debit card good video? I saw a piece of it, and then like I had to go somewhere and I got distracted and I couldn't listen to it in the car. So I didn't go back and finish it, but the parts I saw was pretty good. So Jay Wilson in that debit card. Since you brought it up, hey Jackson Street, how are you? Thank you for being a member. Since you brought it up with Jay Wilson and that damn debit card, didn't the last time we speak with each other, I said that I could not wait for him and Dog to fall out, and here we go, here we go. Him and Dog. It's just a little light so far, and she's pretending like she's innocent and she doesn't want to fight with him. But I mean, if y'all saw any of his videos about the situation, he was highly bothered by Dog and her comments. Highly fucking bothered. And I was here for it, bitch. He was talking all fast and shit. Y'all know Jay Wilson don't never talk fast. He was talking all fast and shit. What did she say? Okay, so she said that it seems like every time Jay Wilson gets on his high horse, Karma knocks his ass back down. She said something along the lines of that. Not those words verbatim, but something along those lines. And he did not like that shit. She was like, every time Jay Wilson gets on his high horse. And she also said, Every time Jay Wilson gets on his high horse, it seems like karma knocks him down. And really, if you ask me, I don't like all the begging. I just wish he would get back to how it used to be. That's what she said. Not verbatim, but that's what he was pissed off about. Those statements right there. I never did do the fake pastor. I don't like the fake pastor. He played with God too much. You know what, Jackson Street? I don't have to stand at the pearly gates and answer to none of the shit he's doing. So, who are me to judge? I'm not going to judge, but I definitely am going to sit here and ingest all this delicious entertainment these motherfuckers spit out. I wouldn't do it, but then again, I don't. I don't. I'm not saying he playing with the church, but it to some people, especially his enemies, it could look like he's playing with the church. Let's just say that. He was looking for a reason after Tree and Five made up. Yeah, he was. It felt that way, LJ. It felt that way. Because he has been over there screaming. If it's on YouTube, we're going to talk about it for months. Which he got from me, by the way. But he's been over there screaming that shit for months. And now when it actually happens to him, it's like he can't take. And Tracy did exactly what Tracy was supposed to do. She got her stupid ass over there and was like, what? I don't understand why he's mad. It's just content. It's just content. Hey, James Gype Gype. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If y'all are not subscribed to James Gype Gype, please do so. He's amazing. He helps people all the time. He's helped thousands. Hey, Brooklyn Star, how are you? Hey, Roxy. I don't know if I spoke to y'all. Brooklyn Star. It seems that way. Brooklyn Star said God exposes pastor every time. I don't know if it's God exposing him or if it's just his own messy ass doing too much. Y'all know he has been going live like gangbusters because this is the Christmas season. 'Tis the season. And he ain't trying to send none of them Brahmin bags to people on his own dime. He's trying to buy them Brahmin bags and send them out on YouTube's dime, on the click and the view and them commercials. So he coming live 3, 4, 5 times a day, coming live with choppy, fucked up audio and video, walking the dog, coming live any opportunity that he's by himself and can come live. That's what's going on over there. Cause he ain't trying to send them Brahmin bags out on his own dime. That is the name of them motherfuckers, right? I ain't never heard of that shit. Do they come from what's that place? Belks? Or what was the name of that place that he was getting all that other shit, that Ivy space shit from? Is that where them Brahmin bags come from? I've never heard of that shit before. And I love bags, bitch. I ain't never heard of no Brahmin, but that's besides the point. Well, all I'm saying is he don't want to pay for that shit. Hey, Mr. YouTube Street. So he's coming live like gangbusters, and when you do that, you eventually gonna get caught up. You eventually gonna get caught up. Now, excuse me. Now, do I think niggas is putting 20 on 10 with all this shit fucking with him with the car? Yes, absolutely. But they only put in 20 on 10 because he always fucking puts 20 on 10. Always. With anybody in their situation. So, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And it's a lot of gooses gandering around this motherfucker when it comes to this situation. Now, realistically, we all know situations with cards and things. Personally, my card has a chip on it, and that chip is a little scratched up. So sometimes I stick it in the machine and it'll tell me declined, and I have to take it out and wipe it off and stick it back in. But I know it's my chip. We all know these things. But since he loves to put 20 on 10 with everybody else, it's good for the goose. It's good for the gander. That's how I feel. Faith Driven One says, I love Brahmin. Faith Driven One, where is this company from? Where are they based? Is it American? Is it Italian? Where can you find it at? Any information on it? Because like I said, I've never heard of it before. Is it a bag that's big in the church community? Because you know that is a thing. Excuse me. I got my hot tea here today. I have a good bank account, but I still check my online banking 3 times a day. You know what, Brooklyn Star? I'm really bad with checking mine. I only check it maybe 3 times a week, but I really don't do all that much spending. I don't have anything automatic coming out. I have the automatic stuff I've successfully transferred over to the Cash App card. So everything automatic, little subscriptions and shit that must be automatic. They're all coming out the Cash App card. So with that, I don't have to check my bank account like crazy. Just a little tip for y'all. Put all that automatic shit coming on your Cash App card. Fuck that shit. That way you can put money on it and it's like prepaying it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about getting caught up on nothing. So where are we in the notes? So I've been looking at for hackers and scammers. Ciao. So I don't know. Well, I'm sure. So the situation, they are pretty much, but they are just classy bags. Okay, I figured it was some church bag stuff, cause like I said, I never heard of them. I'm gonna have to Google them though and see what they about. But I figured if Jay Wilson was buying them and giving them out, they was old lady bags. Cause who was his target audience as far as gift giving? I would say old ladies. So no, no offense to anybody. I'm just saying. So did y'all see that situation with Rico and his mom? That shit was wild. But the most wild part to me was like all the people who were shocked and couldn't believe what they were hearing. Like these people, they claim to love Rico and be friends of Rico and fans of Rico, but I mean, what are you actually watching his content? Have you been watching him? Because I've been watching from the beginning, and nothing Rico or his mom said or did over there was shocking to me. It was all things that if you have been watching and paying attention that you should have known from the beginning. So, I mean, it was shocking that she actually wanted to hit a link and talk to people about um her feelings. That was shocking. Like, oh, she decided to hit the link. But other than that, like any of the information that was spilled, it wasn't any information as far as I'm concerned. It was all stuff that Rico himself has told us. Y'all know Rico is not ashamed that he will tell his own story, and he has told his story. That's how y'all even have the ammunition to shoot at him, is because he told it. Nobody has ever doxed Rico and found out anything except for that situation with Brian Lapre. That's the only thing that I've ever seen that anybody has ever really doxed and showed that he didn't show us first. But other than that, Rico is an open book. So like I said, all those people over there on the panel claiming to love him and be fans of his, but they didn't know the story. So how much of a fan are you? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So with the Rico story, y'all know on the first night he ended up over there on Pizarro's panel, and him and his mom was on Pizarro's panel discussing their feelings about gay people and gay community and if it's a sin or not and different sins and things of that nature. And the second day, like that next day, they ended up over there on Kimmy. So that was the story in the beginning as far as that video, but then it kind of these past few days, as people have seen the video, it's kind of twisted into those buckshots laying across the back of her head, like, oh girl. Now, those of us who have been here and have been paying attention, we already fucking know. Hold on, let me put this on live chat real quick. Here we go. We already fucking know the tragedy that was underneath that wig or that unit or whatever you want to call it. We already know. Those of us who know already know. But it's just the slight reminder is a little disturbing. Oh my God, dog is on camera and she's over there showing off her titties. Y'all, I was opening my phone to pull up my damn chat. And dog is over there live on camera and she was showing off those triangle titties. Lord Jesus. If you have to run over there and see that shit, bitch, skedaddle, skedaddle. No hard feelings. I'll catch y'all on the replay. Oh my God. All right, let's get back to the buckshots. Lord Jesus. Shenanigans upon shenanigans. All right, back to the buckshots. Lord Jesus. I mean, did y'all see that shit? If y'all did not see that shit, I believe Seven might have posted it. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me, but I think she did with some comments. I believe also Shady Lives of YouTube has posted it over on the Instagram. Like, not only was it buckshots across the back, like, don't get me wrong. Like, her side view, when she turned to the side and they caught that snapshot, that bitch looked at like Lovely Peaches. Do y'all know who Lovely Peaches is? She's a one of those internet sensations in the same vein as like a Cookie Tookie. She's just a fucking mess, and people think she's disgusting because she is. Lovely Peaches sits on online, YouTube, Instagram, etc., and talks about how she pimps out her 2-year-old child, how she has bugs and shit crawling up out of her ass and green goo coming up out of her ass. That's Lovely Peaches. That's the kind of shock commentary that she does. And when Kimmy turns to the side with those buckety buck shots, bitch, she looked like Lovely Peaches. And Peaches is bald headed, by the way, y'all. So, I mean, now I know we talk about Kimmy's wig. People say the shit looks like German Shepherd. I know these things, but looking in retrospect compared to what it could be, I prefer those fucking German Shepherd ass wigs. I'm just saying. Hey, cool ass chick. Thank you for being a member. Hey, Star Bell. I don't know if I spoke to y'all. So, oh my goodness. And it's like, okay, so with the way the buckshots look, my thinking was, see, Brooklyn Star said my daddy would go off if he seen my hair like that. Mine would too, Brooklyn Star. He would have a motherfucking fit. A motherfucking fit. But that's besides the point, bitch. So my thinking behind the buckshot situation is, okay, so we saw how bad it was, right? Those of us who saw how bad it was. And it gives me the impression that there are no chemicals in her hair. There is no relaxer. She is a natural girl. So if there's no chemicals and there's no relaxer and you're natural, why is the shit not growing? I never understood that. Why are these natural bitches having issues with their hair growing? Like anytime I had hair falling out or breakage or damage, it was because I over processed my shit. What is with these natural bitches and their shit just refusing to grow? Like what did you have going on around the back of your head to where now the shit just refuses to grow? I need her to really just like buckle down and tell the people what's going on. It could be a cautionary tale for some. Was it tightness from weave over all these years? Was it your braids? Your braids was too tight? Is it just male pattern baldness runs in your family? If you're gonna decide to click on your camera and come out here in a fucking golf cap, a ball cap, and not even fucking try to like put some gel on the shit and slick it, like she didn't even try to put no fucking edge gel on that shit and brush it back. Like how to rifle she had doo doo under her nails and Seven over there on her post, I think it was Seven, was over there talking about how first we see her hair, so we know that shit was nasty, and then we keep hearing all these goddamn diseases coming up out of her pussy, so that's nasty. So she's got all these traits of a nasty bitch, but it's portraying like, I don't know, she thinks she's the baddest bitch since sliced bread. Child, it's a lot going on over there with that situation. And people are also saying that she lied because in the beginning with this whole mayor situation, she was making it seem like nothing, but now all of a sudden, now that he's threatening to put out text messages, she's coming forth with a lot more information that she wasn't willing to come forth with in the beginning when she was claiming there was nothing going on between them. It's a lot, child. All right, so let's see. Jackson Street says she's the lady that ate shit live on YouTube. Yes. Was it actual shit, Jackson Street? I never saw that video. I mean, I've heard about it. I've heard more stuff about Peaches than I actually saw, but was it actual shit? My goodness, my goodness. And I know I see her all the time. She be having like these old tricks that be paying for her meal and paying for her hotel room and shit. Like I said, it be very cookie tookie ish over there. Rest in peace to Cookie Tookie. Baby, I don't have chemicals in my hair, but I own a mini edge flat iron and I own a brush. That's what I'm saying, Brooklyn Star. Like, why even click on the camera? Like, you come on camera enough looking nice. Like, what provoked you to want to click on to come on that day? They would have, everybody, nobody would have batted an eye at the fucking blinking avatar box. Nobody would have batted an eye at the blinking avatar box. Why even bring that shit on camera? What was the reason? What was the reason? What was the reason? And not only that, like you already had a hat on. I know you got a plethora of wigs in there. You know, they could have been a little ratty in the root, but you could have threw that bitch on and then threw the hat on. What was the what do y'all think the reason behind, what was the science behind that shit? I'll never know. Hey CCN TV. You got to moisturize your hair and definitely can't go from dry to wet state like most people that will tear your hair up. Kimmy need micros or box braids for a year. No, she don't, Brooklyn Star. I think that might have been the issue. Cause in one of them mug shots, she had micros and they was real close together and they was real small. And if I mean even micros, you got to take care of them motherfuckers. You got to kind of condition and moisturize and run some water through them bitches every now and again. So that's like that. I would hate this. I hate to say it, but that would be like Tracy having micros. Tracy should never get braids or micro braids because she's one of those ones you're gonna have to cut that shit out. She's gonna leave them in way too long. She's not gonna take care of them. Now, I'm not saying that Kimmy would leave her shit in way too long and not take care of it, but the way the back of that head is ate up, that's what the signs and symptoms of the shit looks like. The back of that head is ate up like I bet you had micros too long and didn't take care of them and they had to cut them shits out. What didn't pull out had to be cut out. That's what the shit looked like. That's why I'm like, I need because we haven't seen her with braids the whole time she's been on here. So I need answers. Yeah, I mean, it could just be bad DNA. Some people just got bad DNA. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have put my hair through the ringer since I started doing my own hair at 12 years old. It has been a fucking journey. Do you hear me? I have put my shit through the ringer. I have put curling irons on it and the shit just burnt off at the curling iron. I have colored it and the shit fell out from the color. I mean, it has been a journey, but never have I ever had no. I mean, it was so bald in the back, the bald parts were shiny. That means ain't no hair growing when the bald parts are shiny. What happened? It looks like tightness, alopecia. Y'all know who else shit look like that? Naomi fucking Campbell. If y'all ever catch Naomi Campbell with some good wind and the top of that bang flip up, because you know Naomi, she don't come out with no split down the middle hardly. Naomi's good for a nasty piece of Chinese bang. Every now and again she'll come with the split down the middle, but she's good for a nasty piece of Chinese bang. If you ever see that Chinese bang flip up underneath there is a row of what Kimmy got going on around the back of her head, and it's shiny on top of that. And Naomi had to come out and explain that her shit was alopecia from all them weaves, all the many years, and all the pulling and tugging around her edges and stuff. So, cautionary tales. All right, let me see what else I got on this list, y'all. Because we've been on that situation for a little too long. It was just shocking to see. Even though we know she was bald headed and we seen that little piece of ponytail before, it was still just shocking. Yeah, I thought she had grown, because, for example, Five Babe's been wearing her weaves and her wigs for about 2 years now, and we can see the growth within her hair. Talked about Jay Wilson and his declining card. I said people was putting 20 on 20, but it's not a big deal because that's what he does. The confidence that Kimmy got with a kitchen like that. You know what? It's a testament. It's a testament. During that whole situation with Rico and his mom being on Kimmy's panel, if y'all didn't see it or if y'all kind of missed it, because it wasn't a long live, but it was a long live. So sometimes people come in at different times. Sometimes you miss things. If you missed it, Rico's mom and James got the fuck into it. That shit was crazy, bitch. I was over here squalling. Like it started off slightly nice, but then it transitioned into nasty real quick. And I mean, I knew it would because I knew I knew James was not going to stand for, oh, you missed it, Jackson Street. You need to go back. You need to go back Jackson Street. And you red ball through Kimmy's live until you see Rico's box up there and James's box up there at the same time. That's where the fucking action is. That was where the action in the whole video was at, as far as I was concerned. So, I mean, the conversation itself was infuriating at times because, once again, I feel like the beef sector is not the place for a lot of these deep discussions because these niggas are ill equipped, completely ill equipped, but that's besides the point. I just don't participate in those deep discussions and I just really don't listen. I get the gist of what they're talking about. I try to get the good parts and then I get the hell on for the rest of it. So speaking of, hold on, y'all. All right, let me see what y'all are saying before I get to the next one. Miss Cruiser, that's why I cut my hair too many ponytails. You know what, Manny, I love a delicious ponytail, but the issue with being ponytails is it be too tight, and I can't sleep like that. I can't function like that, and I know it's not good for my hair, so I never get a ponytail when I go get my hair done because I know it's not gonna last. Because I know I'm gonna take that shit out. It was the killing with kindness for me. You know what, mixology? The killing with kindness during that whole debacle. People will do what they need to do to keep folks on the panel to keep those numbers high and coming in. I'll say that. I do not feel it's a place for your mama that's giving people ammunition all day long. I don't know. I don't know. You know what, Jackson Street? I agree with you, and not only that, it's a lot of people who give folks a lot of ammunition all the time. But I thought about it and I didn't like that part of it, but I didn't say anything about it and I'm not going to look down upon it. I'm not going to have an issue with it because without that, we would have no beef sector. Without people oversharing, we would have no beef sector. Without people doing outrageous things online, there would be no beef sector. So I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds a sector. Hey Montoria. So the next thing I want to talk about is so right before I got off on this little tangent, we were talking about how I feel like the beef sector is ill equipped with people talking about certain things. So I don't know if y'all saw the other day, but over on Pizarro, I believe, and on Nika and on Blessed channel, the topic of discussion, this is yesterday, the topic of discussion was white folks and racism and why are they over here and why did we deal with them over here. Like this situation, we've talked about it several times before. Every time we talk about it, nothing happens. Nobody is ever forced out. Nobody's ever made to leave. So what is even the point of talking about it other than, it riles people up and it's good for numbers and commentary and views. The play over here in the beef sector sometimes, and Jay Dunn is good with this play. Jay Dunn is a fucking master with this play. As disgusting as I think this bitch is, and as much as I don't like her, I will give it to her. She is a master of this play. When you rile people up and you upset them to the point that they want where they want to cuss you out, that brings them to the yard. That will make them start typing in the chat and watching. Even if they don't like you, it doesn't matter. Why? Because a view is a view. Shout out to a view is a view. She told us long ago. A view is a view. That is the play a lot of these people pull over here. They don't care if you don't like them. They don't care if what you think is Dovey is another one. Outrageousness just to be outrageous because they know the shit pulls views. But like I said, Jay Dunn, that bitch is a master of it. And Pizarro lets her sit up on that panel and drive all of us fucking crazy. Jay Dunn had me screaming at my fucking phone the last time she was on Pizarro's panel. Like, literally, you niggas have had me screaming at my phone all week, but Jay Dunn had me screaming at my phone like a psychopath when she was on Pizarro's panel the last time around. But that's the purpose. That is the purpose. It's no different than how you scream at your fucking TV when something crazy in Game of Thrones is going down. Or, when Theon finally got his dick cut off. Everybody screamed at the TV. That's the type of situations that we have going over here. But it's a little bit more personal because we kind of communicate and know each other. Jay Dunn and arguing is my guilty pleasure. Roxy, oh my God. Ugh, I hate fucking Jay Dunn. That bitch elicits so much emotion and anger and hate within me. It's crazy. It shouldn't even be that way. I don't even know that bitch. I've never had a conversation with the bitch, but she's like the evil character in this current season of beef sector drama, as far as from where my perspective is. She's an evil fucking character. But I understand it's a character. I understand that she does this shit on purpose. All right, so I got off into another tangent. So, like I said, folks are over here. That the whole situation over there on Pizarro and them, they were pissed off at diving. I guess they said diving made some comments. I didn't see it, but I heard that she made some comments over in Bless Watkins. Um, and then I heard somebody else made some comments. I can't remember who else made. They was talking about Misty as well. Y'all know. And then they was talking about Jason as well. So I stayed over there for maybe a half an hour of it, and they were going for. I gave everybody half an hour. I gave Nika half an hour. I gave Pizarro half an hour. But I mean, how many times can you talk about, how many times and how long can you talk about the same situation and nothing gets fixed? So that's where I am on that. Let's see. So Olivia is kind of creeping back into the beef sector. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but she's kind of creeping back in just a little bit. And her and Pizarro have been going at it. And the first little time that they got into it this time around, it was because Pizarro told her accident story over on Shish Trish panel. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Pizarro accident story. She said when she was little, she got into accident and she got hurt on a fair ride at like the Florida State Fair or something. She said that she wasn't buckled in properly, and she flew off the ride all the way across the fair and cracked her skull. And they took her to the hospital and they did CPR and there wasn't no pulse and they thought she was dead. So she was laying in the room dead for hours. And her mom just wanted to leave her there because she wanted like family to see her one last time. And she woke up. So Olivia obviously had never heard the story before. Once again, these niggas over here, they fight each other, but they don't know each other's real tea. Like, how can you fight a bitch and you haven't watched the bitch and you don't know what the bitch just said? But whatever. I guess it's possible. I do not know too much about you bitches to be doing fair fights. That's why I don't try to fight with y'all. I just give my commentary and move on. But whatever. So Olivia was over there saying that she heard Truth Enterprise talking about Pizarro's cracked skull adventures. And according to Olivia, that was some of the funniest shit she has seen all month, was the way that Truth Enterprise was describing poor little baby Pizarro getting her skull cracked at the fair. So that happened. So that pissed Pizarro off, and she came out here again and told her story again on her channel. So if y'all haven't heard Pizarro and the cracked skull story, it's over there. Excuse me. She also let us in on a little bit of information about some features that she has from the accident. She said she has like a scar on her forehead. So Pizarro said she was gonna take a picture of the scar and post it on YouTube. But the chat was like, no, bitch, don't do it. They gonna find you, they gonna get you. So I don't think she did it. I didn't see anything. If she did, I haven't seen anybody talking about it. I wonder how many people tried to Google that stuff. Roxy, bitch. I sure thought about it, but y'all know I'm a fucking stoner. I was over here in my fucking element, playing video games, smoking weed, chilling. I didn't feel like it. Like, I'm not even trying to log on and pay my fucking bills. So what I look like sitting over here wasting time Googling the bitch's story. But I sure thought about it. I sure thought about it. Like lately, she been telling a little bit of a lot of stuff that could be given like clues and hints of ages and areas and situations. So, you know, if what is true, if she says she just turned 30 this November 15th, allegedly, and the shit happened when she was 5 or 6, then that would have to be 25 years ago. So you would be looking for stories 25 years ago over in the Miami Herald about a 5 or 6 year old that had an accident. I'm just saying, the shit ran through my mind real quick, but I didn't do it because I'm too fucking lazy and I'm not that invested. But it's a possibility. But y'all know Pizarro is a master of the con. She could be conning niggas still. Like that whole situation with her sister. Like that whole situation with her sister and sleeping with her man and her sister's man and whatever. Bitch, wait a minute, hold on. Bitch, why is I'm getting texts with screenshots about accidents from the Florida State Fair. Y'all is messy. Y'all is messy. Boots. Oh. Bitch, I'm getting screenshots with articles about accidents from the Florida State Fair. Lord Jelisa. I can't stand y'all. Oh. I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh my God. I'm going to have to investigate that shit, y'all. I am too tickled. All right, so like I said, she's been saying a lot, but like I was saying, she's a master of deception. So this could all be deception to throw you off of the trail. It could be real, it could be deception. You never know with Pizarro. And that's the beauty of a fucking troll. You never know. That's the beauty of it. That's how she set it up to keep you niggas guessing. And I can fuck with it. I can fuck with it because I recognize it. You know, it's like in the beginning with the way that the way that I felt about a lot of these people, I expected people to come out here and kind of, be real, be normal. That's what I do. But I constantly project my shit onto other people, expecting them to be real and normal. I didn't expect people to come out here and actually play characters or caricatures of people. But once I can wrap my head around that, I can dig it. And I just try also not to expect more from less ass bitches. That also is a good way to navigate your way through these beef sector streets. Okay, we talked about the fair accident and the cracked skull. I saw Brianna was live earlier, and her and Sir King was up there together, and they was trying to work they issues out. It was a fucking hoot. It was a hoot. And Brianna had the upper hand as far as the 15 minutes that I watched of it. But from what I heard, he was upset at her for coming at him hard and calling him a bitch ass nigga and a few other things. And she said that she couldn't even remember why she was upset with him. She said it so quick. She was like, and then, I can't even remember specifics on anything that you did. But whatever. And she just kept going like real quick after that. I'm like, wow. So I guess it wasn't that important, whatever he did. If you can't remember specifics, because I'm going to tell you what, if a bitch do something to me and it's an issue, I remember specifics. And he was able to run down some specifics. So that was a little telling. I saw that part. Like I said, it was like 15 minutes and then I was up out of there because nobody was getting cussed out. It wasn't funny. And I'm not interested in any fucking fake ass kumbayas. I'm not interested in fake ass kumbayas. I'll be back around when them niggas start fighting again. Let's see. Oh, also, bitch, I don't know if y'all seen, but Dovey has been cutting the fuck up over there. Like her last 2 or 3 videos are insane. One of them is titled something like PYG or PYT. Bitch, Dovey cussed Brooke the fuck out. Dovey cussed Brooke the fuck out. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, Brooke saying that she's pregnant. I don't know. I'm a skeptical bitch, and I look at these motherfuckers with a side eye anyway. So when I first heard that Brooke was pregnant, I was like, that bitch lying. She ain't no fucking pregnant. But I didn't feel the need to come out here and say that. I didn't even feel the need to text that to any of my friends. It was just something that I thought to myself. But then Dovey come out here and say everything that I was thinking in my fucking brain. Now, she said it a little mush mouthed and she said it a little twisted and backwards, but she said the shit. And she definitely got my thumbs up from that video. Not only did she call out Brooke and say that Brooke is not pregnant and that Brooke is going to be out here in 2 months talking about she had a miscarriage. That's what Dovey said. I agree, but that's what Dovey said. Dovey also cussed Tracy's world the fuck out. Now, personally, I was gonna cuss Tracy the fuck out for that stunt with her mom and the Alzheimer's and shit, but I didn't have to. I didn't have to because Dovey came out here and did it. And I could not have done a better job. So, if y'all don't know what that shit was about, Tracy was over there pulling sympathy from people, claiming that her mom was dying. But come to find out, the lady is not dying. She just has Alzheimer's and she's living with her sister. Tracy's mom is living with Tracy's sister. And it's been that way for a while. But Tracy was out here trying to pull fucking sympathy and had niggas looking up Alzheimer.com trying to give her information. Had Pizarro over there. Pizarro was over there talking about not blowfish. What did she call the shit? Bowfish oil that can make your brain work. This was also during the time where Pizarro was talking about her brain injury, so it was all coinciding with each other. It was a whole mess. It was a gaggle of niggas over there trying to offer Tracy help and resources, but it was all for naught because Tracy, number one, doesn't care. Number two, when Tracy did have the mom, she didn't treat her right. Number three, Tracy gave the mama to the sisters. The sisters didn't take the mama. Tracy was sick of taking care of the lady and sent her over there with the sisters. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Tracy can miss me with all that shit. But see, the people who was over there offering sympathy and trying to help and resources, they don't know that shit. They don't know that bitch is full of shit. Exactly, Jackson Street, Miss Potato Head. Miss Potato Head. I usually say that that bitch got the head of a bison, but a potato shape is also accurate. So that happened. Yep, Jackson Street said Miss Potato Head. She's been scamming since she been on here. She used her mom for content. She definitely did. Yes, Roxy, that bitch got a big old bison head. I watch a lot of National Geographic, and I've been really on a kick as far as the Yellowstone. And when I saw the motherfucking big buffalo bison come roaming across the goddamn plains, I said, I know that shape. I know that motherfucker. Where do I know that nigga from? I said, that's Tracy. Big bison head ass bitch. She be tripping me out when she put that clown makeup on and slapped that little Jerry curl on top of her head. Bitch, that should be tripping me out. I'll be over here screenshotting my ass off because I know. Bitch, I know nobody on the internet has ever seen anything like that. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I do not do the potato that carries a gun and needs a med check. Jackson Street. That's a fucking BB gun. That is a BB gun. Oh, so y'all know her ass and got evicted, right? We was about to get out of here, but no, You know her ass and got evicted, right? Over there with all them fucking shenanigans. Fighting, smoking reefers outdoors, smoking liquor outdoors, sitting in the car yelling at her phone, scaring the good white folk, getting mad at them because they won't take her places. Remember when she didn't have no car? Somebody said the bitch was over there getting mad with her neighbors because they wouldn't carry her to the store. She was also harassing the neighbors thinking they was helping Carlos cheat. Poor Carlos. I'm glad he got away from them crazy niggas because they was gonna kill him. She over there claiming that Carlos was gonna kill her. Bitch. From where I'm sitting, you was gonna kill that poor man. That poor man. I'm glad he got away from her ass. Not only did he get away from her ass, Dovey said that he stopped paying the payment on that car. This is what Dovey said. Dovey said he stopped paying the payment on that car. And Dovey said that the white man that gave him the loan for the car was gonna come over there and pick that motherfucker up and sue Tracy. So that's another reason why she got to move, because she couldn't pay the rent, because she had to take the rent money and give it to the white man to keep the car. And she had to keep the car because she's embarrassed, too embarrassed to let it get taken away. Like I said, Dovey was going the fuck in. It was a great video. I watched the shit 2 times. Mr. YouTube Street, her son straight whooped him. But Tracy want us to believe that Carlos is abusive, even though we've never heard him call her a bitch. I've never heard him call her a bitch, and I watch a good amount of Tracy. I don't watch everything, but I watch a decent amount. She the one to be over there calling him a bucket of bitches. We see her sick of her son on the poor man. He don't be doing nothing but trying to plead his case. Now he's inarticulate and a fucking drunk. So it's difficult for him to plead his case. But that's all we ever seen Carlos do, was trying to plead his case. Tell me I'm lying, bitch. Oh, Lord. What happened? Timothy Blaine is live talking about Sean Bradley's videos are gone. Hold on, bitch. Let me check. Because y'all know Tim, he be a little confused sometimes. Let me check. No, I see Sean Bradley. I see his page. Let me see. Are the videos there? Oh, the videos are gone. Community. I'm scrolling the community wall to see if I can see anything. Club chat travels promote. So he snatched his videos. I'm looking. It's looking that way, bitch. I see videos on here from his Club Chat Travels page. All right, so he said he was deleting them, and then okay, okay, I didn't hear that, Roxy. So Roxy said he was deleting his videos, and it's going to be a new start. All right, long as it ain't no nefarious shit going on, child. Y'all know over here in the beef sector, when the motherfucking shit start disappearing, we automatically think it's somebody snatching the videos or fucking with the page. It's never a situation where we think that the person is actually doing it for, regular reasons. Montoria said a new start to what? The same ass bullshit. You know what, Montoria? Sometimes you do need a new start to the same bullshit. We are creatures of habit, after all. So, all right, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. And I'm going to go over here and watch Mutt, because I told y'all she is on camera and she was showing off them triangle titties, bitch. And I am trying to gag the fuck down. Baby, she got that hair tucked behind that little pointy ear. She got that lipstick on and it's missing in the corners as per usual. You better come through, Mutt. You better come through, bitch. She got the little thin chola eyebrows. Them little thin Mexican chola eyebrows. Bitty, 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 bum, bum. And she has these god awful fashion fair ass earrings on. Oh, bitch, I'm about to go over here and gag that. I got a half a blunt. I'm about to spark this shit. And me and Mutt finna have a good I'm finna drag this shit out of this bitch. To myself, of course. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Thank y'all for stopping in. I'll talk to y'all real soon. Peace.